Hi everybody, David Paul with you here in the KHOU 11 Weather Center. Tropical update time. There are actually a couple of spots that we are watching in the tropics. This one in the open Atlantic, now up to a 70% chance for development. This is way out here, a couple of thousand miles away from Houston. We have lots of time to watch this. Looks like it may develop and move into the Caribbean as we head into next week. At the moment, no threat to the continental United States or we here in the Gulf or Houston, Texas. What is of interest is what's rolled off of the southern United States and now into the northern Gulf. There's a little piece of energy right here, little tropical disturbance, and you see the scattered showers and thunderstorms associated with that. As this moves further to the west, conditions are going to become more favorable, and this is coming into a little better focus this evening, a little more favorable for tropical development. Still a 20% chance, says the Hurricane Center. GFS is picking up on at least a tropical low forming in this vicinity as we head into specifically Tuesday morning. So it looks like development Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon is where, if we're going to get that 20% chance of development verified, it's going to happen. And here's the setup. While that little piece of energy is rolled off the southern U.S. into the Gulf of Mexico, a surface front's also pushing south. This is the one that's going to bring Houston rain and break our heat wave and hopefully give us some significant rain. This is Monday evening. But as it pushes out into the Gulf on Tuesday, the tail end of this is going to become a focusing mechanism for that little disturbance. And right in here, American model GFS and other models as well pick up on at least a weak circulation, little cyclogenesis beginning to form there on the tail end of that front. That would be Tuesday morning, 7:30 a.m. So Tuesday morning will be a very interesting time to see not only if this is going to form down here, our little area of low pressure, but also if it can tap into the tremendous amount of heat energy that is just sitting in the Gulf of Mexico right now. And this is one of the reasons why, even though it's a low chance for development, if it does, it's going to develop right on our doorstep. And if it can root and pull energy off the Gulf of Mexico, there's just a ton of, this is like jet fuel just sitting there waiting to be tapped by a developing system. So we'll just have to wait and see how this plays out. I've said it earlier, I'm fascinated and very curious to see how this ends up playing out. Hopefully what this will do is tap a little bit of this energy and become a rainmaker for us. But just so you know, sea surface temperature is near 90 degrees, northern half of the Gulf of Mexico, a good 5 degrees above normal for this time of the year. You really only need sea surface temperatures near 80 to get tropical development going. So 90 is 10 degrees more than you need, so plenty of heat energy out there. And so back to Tuesday, 7 a.m., there's our little low beginning to cut off and develop out here in the Gulf. Where is it going to go? I think the American model, this is the GFS, has as good a handle on it as any of the others. And I've been looking at the Japanese model, the Icon, the European model as well. And they all kind of do a similar thing, bring a weak tropical low now into the southern coast of Texas. Whether or not it becomes just a tropical swirl, a tropical depression, or tropical storm is kind of moot. As long as it stays a weak system and is to our south, that puts Houston and the upper Texas coast on the dirty side, the onshore wet side of that circulation. And right now, with us being in drought, this is exactly the setup that we need here in southeast Texas to get some drought-busting rain. So that's going into Tuesday night. Here's Wednesday evening. Still a weak circulation near Brownsville, still putting the entire Texas coast on the wet side of that circulation. So this is looking better and better to be a huge beneficial rain event, perhaps more than a tropical threat event. But we'll have to watch for that as well, just in case it decides to flare up. Rain total potential going into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This ends Saturday morning. The brighter reds and oranges here on the coast for the coastal counties, you're talking about a solid 3 to 5 inches of rain. That would be wonderful. Brazoria County, all the farmers down there along the coast, I know you guys are hurting right now. This would be a godsend, especially for the cattle. So, and even several inches well inland. So this is what we're looking at right now as far as rain total potential from this weak quasi-tropical system trying to form out there off the upper Texas coast as we head into Tuesday. So here we stand right now. Possible tropical impacts for the upper Texas coast and Houston, Texas, Galveston, Tuesday, Wednesday. I've got next week. It's this week already. Hurricane Center is still giving it a 20% chance that it actually develops into something, which is a low chance. But because it's right on our doorstep, if that 20% chance were to verify, well, we'd have a tropical system sitting right on our doorstep. So this is why we're paying close attention to it. And the thing for you to do at home right now is just stay very close to the forecast in case something changes. From time to time over the years, we've seen setups like this where it didn't look like much, and then because of the warm water and light upper level winds and low wind shear, you quickly had a system that developed rapidly. So it's something that we're not overly concerned about, but we are keeping an eye on it as we head into the early part of this coming week.